Hey guys, it's Ace from the Golden Shovel here, and we have some Monday Night Combat commentary for you. Now, got Maddog with me. This is our gameplay. He and I were both in the same game, and I just want to say this is an extremely fun game. I just want to go ahead and get that out of the way and say that. This is very much Team Fortress 2 themed, but as I was playing it, I felt it was more along the lines of Star Wars Battlefront. But it's a very class-oriented game, very teamwork-oriented. As you can see, Maddog is a gunner, so he's a big dude. My character was support, so he hung back at the base a lot. You probably won't see me too much in this commentary. But this is an extremely fun game. Maddog, what do you think about this?
You're definitely right. It's like as if Star Wars Battlefront and Team Fortress 2 had a baby, it'd be this game. Just the sheer non-stop action, so it makes this game so great. And the actual humor, because a lot of games when they try to clone stuff like Team Fortress, they try to put in humor, but it's usually really bad, and it kind of just comes off as like dumb. But actually, the announcer in this one is actually really funny, and it is something that I wish that Team Fortress actually did.
I didn't even know Team Fortress had an announcer.
They did.
So that shows you how much
I wish they had an announcer.
Oh, okay, I got you. As you see, Maddog's just tearing up some assassins right now, just, you know, going MLG Pro on him, and then he dies
And I die.
a very noble death.
The
Announcer, man, he cracks me up. So, what would you say, playing as a gunner, what would you say, would you make any tweaks to the class? Would you fix something? Would you add something? What would you do?
Well, one thing that seems pretty, you know, across the board with all classes is, even with a tank, even if you have the armor sponsor on, and even if you upgrade them all the way, they still don't have all that much health. Which probably they should tweak some of the health on the gunner and the tank to give them a little bit more. But really my only gripe is the fact that the gunner's weapon doesn't work that well long range. Even if you're in like the turret mode where you're deployed and you're trying to shoot long range, it's not that accurate. Even if you see it hit the person, it doesn't actually like do any damage to them.
I remember, I think you had another gripe one time earlier today. You were getting sniped, like just headshotted, like every time you spawned, essentially. And the thing is as a gunner, when you're deployed, you get like a little blast shield covering your head, but you were still getting one-hitted through that. Like, do you know what was going on there? Do you call shenanigans on that, or do you think that was just like something that happens?
It's probably just something with the sniper. Either it's because they're fully upgraded, or they need to add something to where if you're a level 3 deployed, like if your skill is level 3, you shouldn't be able to be headshotted. The thing I do like about gunners, though, is they really can't be assassinated by assassins, because as you see there, that was from the front, but it did, like, you know, a decent amount of damage. But if they actually try to do it from, like, the back, where most of the time an assassination from the back will instantly kill someone, it actually doesn't.
Right. And support, with support, if you get hit from the front with one of those assassin grapples, you are on, you're knocking on death's door, essentially. And if you get hit from the back, or grappled from the back, rather, you are, you're done. There's no living through that with support. So that's definitely a benefit to being a gunner. And I have one gripe, and that's with the community of some of the games I've been in, some of the teams. Nobody really knows how to play the support class. And that drives me off the wall. Like, no one is helping anybody out. Like, see, right here, you just saw me run past, and I think I stick with you for a while, and I just do nothing but keep you invincible, basically, with that extra layer of health. But I'm thinking of doing a how-to video for playing support, because there's way too many people that just, like, pick the class, jump in, and not really know how to function in a team-oriented type game. And I think a lot of that is, like, excuse me, from the, like the, I don't want to say all the Call of Duty players had this sort of mentality, but most of them had that real lone wolf mentality, like, I don't need a team, you know, I can just go in and destroy whatever I want. But, I mean, that's not the case in this game. As you can see, even gunners cannot live that long without, you know, a teammate helping them out. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a how-to video on that. I think maybe you should do a how-to on gunner because you seem to be handling it pretty good.
Yeah, I think one of the problems people have with support is they don't realize it's more of a stay back class, and they try to just go out. Because I guess a lot of them tend to take it as maybe it's more like the medic from Team Fortress 2, because the medic was the healer class, and usually they go out in the front lines and they'll stay with like the gunner, or they'll stay with, you know, someone else. Because in this game, the support is basically a mix of the engineer and the medic from Team Fortress 2, to where you're more based off of, you know, building turrets, shutting down your fire base, upgrading them, healing people, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And people
I find
want
that
to be the, you know, dude on the front lines blasting everyone, but that's just not what it's about.
Right. That's like one of the big problems, is because they switch from the heal / death gun or whatever to the shotgun, and they just try and go all out, try and get close range kills, but that's not how it happens. Like, as you can see, I don't know if it's me or the other support, but Maddog has that extra layer of health at all times while he's deployed. Oh, it is me? Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just kind of frustrates me because a lot of times, you know, there'll be like 2 or 3 support guys, and yet I'm the only one really doing support work. I don't want to say, you know, oh, everyone who plays support that isn't me sucks, but I'm not trying to say that at all. But I just think they need to see some of the finer points of playing support. And as you can see, support has an airstrike, which completely obliterates anyone that it sticks to.
Yeah, it annoys the shit out of me.
And you can see the game summary there. I only have 2 kills. That's because I am hardly ever past the halfway marker on the map. I'm always in the base, just repairing things and setting up turrets and whatnot. Maddog is he's the brunt of the attack.
That's the one thing I do like about this game mode. It's more about supporting your bots, essentially, to try to get them to knock down the shield of the other person's base and then go to attack it. It makes it much more of a, you know, a lot more people tend to stay back somewhat. But the problem with that is also, a lot of people don't realize that you can spawn bots, and that each class has its own specific bot that it spawns. Like, for example, the Gunner spawns the Prowler, which is essentially a on all fours bot that just goes up and, you know, it's like a big bear that destroys people.
I always thought of it as more of a gorilla.
And gorilla, bear, saber-tooth kind of thing, whatever, big cat, whatever.
And support spawns the gap shot, which is by far one of my favorite bots because it's a mobile equivalent to a long-range turret, so it can just go through the map, just pummeling any enemy turret, or even the money ball if the shields are down. And I find that if you spawn enough of them while the shields are down, it well, it just makes for a bad day for the other team. Right here, you know, again, we set up in the same sort of stratagem where he deploys and I keep him healed, and that's what kills me right there, is I think the airstrike is slightly overpowered. Even though I play nothing but support and I use the airstrike a lot, I think it's overpowered. You had 2 layers of health with me on a constant healing, and you still died. Like, that sort of confuses me. Plus, with all that armor, you think you would have some more defense.
Yeah.
I have a question, though. Do you know what spawns the jackbot, or are those random?
Either they're random, or they're towards the end of the round. I know in overtime they constantly spawn. Or it seems so,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, as you can see, now we've, or not we've, but Maddog is running around just back and forth between these 2 spawns, just constantly pulling out bots to go assist in the Moneyball attack. And even when the shields are down,
right there.
Yeah, that's the Prowler. That's charging forward like a gorilla. How'd you get Sabertooth from that? It's clearly a gorilla.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. It's on all fours. I mean, you know, and it doesn't like stand up.
But the back two legs are smaller, like shorter.
Yeah.
And as you can see, now that the bots have reached the destination with Maddog juiced up, which is basically the overkill mode, it is just Havoc, and that's it. Maddog, any final words?
This game is absurdly addicting and absurdly frustrating.
I agree. We'll see you guys next time. Later.